Hi guys, this is Joey, and he's one of my best friends. Hi Guy. So Joey, here, look, you're going to be famous. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put him down right here. Oh, I love him. Yeah, that's a good view. Let's turn you around so you can get a better view. Ooh, there's the camera. There's the camera, Joey. Look at the camera. Cool. Okay, well, he's going to do what he needs to do, and sometimes that's very mysterious to me. Hi there. I'm going to show you a few basics to get you started with your first zoetrope animation. So I'm assuming that at this point you've already been in my synchronous first class. Oh, Joey's going to leave, I think. He's exploring some more stuff over there. Let's see if I can, oh, goodbye, Joey. Okay. Anyway, so I think I already have a diagram available for you to see, for you to make a template and to get started with your zoetrope strips. So this is a piece of copier paper, and I took the ruler and I measured out rectangles along the horizontal like this. So each one of these lines, let's see, it's 2.5 inches from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and here to here. It's 3.5 inches from here to here, and here to here. So the very first thing you need to do is draw with pencil, using your ruler, 3 of these. You're going to need 3 sheets drawn like this in order to put together your zoetrope strips. Once we do that, the next step is to take these and to cut them to make your zoetrope animation. In a very particular way, we're going to cut them along these lines right here and here. So I'm going to cut this up. And I'm moving, be careful with measuring, be careful with cutting. I'm moving a little quickly because I don't, because there's so much I want to talk with you guys about. So, we're cutting these across the horizontal, and you're going to end up with several of these, and I'm hoping you guys can see it. The zoetrope animations we're going to make are going to have 14 frames, and that's a very important number because, oh, hold on, I've just got to go get something, because of this. So the zoetrope strips are going to make 14 frames. I'll show you how to do that, and I'll explain in a couple minutes, if I remember, why 14 is such a significant number and why these measurements are so significant. So the next thing I'm going to do, once I have these strips all taken care of and cut out, is I'm going to take the strip and put them together to make a long strip with these 14 sections. So I'm going to, there's a little tab, a little leftover right here. I'm going to take, oops, I'm going to tape this together. And actually, I'm going to recommend that you guys use glue because it's better. So I'm getting my tape out. So I'm going to tape these together on the back. So I've taped 2 together, and I'm going to make the strip longer because I still have to get to 14 panels. So, here we go. So now I've got 12 panels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus little tab, and I need 14. So I'm taking another one of these, and I'm cutting the 2 that I need to bring me up to 14. Right here, and I'm going to leave a little tab. So there's a little bit of tab left over, which is going to be helpful later. So I'm going to take these and tape these together to get that 14 panels. And I need another piece of tape. I am very psyched about this because it's so cool. And I love including this as the very first project because it's old-fashioned and it's the way it really helps understand where animation comes from. I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of animation a little later on in the semester, but I wanted to get us started making stuff and doing stuff. Okay, so you have a strip of 14 panels and it's on copier paper. So I'm going to try and do this synchronously with you. So we may have some pauses. Let's give this a try. So here we go. The very first thing I want to do is get a form to move slowly. This strip, if we were together in the classroom, these strips would go into this zoetrope. And it is a drum that you can spin, and it's got these little slits so that you can look inside while it spins. And there are 14 of these slits in this particular zoetrope drum that we built. So I'm going to later on put this in here and try it out. And I have some videos of that too. Okay, so I'm going to do a 14 frame animation, and I'm going to keep it very simple. And I'm going to ask you guys for your very first round of this to keep it really simple. The first thing I'm going to do is get a form to move slowly. Now, remember, because there are only 14 frames, this isn't going to be a long animation. It's probably going to be about a second long, maybe a little bit more. So what do I need to do? I have 14 frames to get a form to move. And I want it to move slowly. And I want it to be really straightforward and easy to see in the short time we're going to have to see it. So I'm going to start with a dot. I'm going to get a dot to move slowly from across this sequence of stills, which will, we hope, come to life. So I'm going to ask you to first use a pencil in case you discover you need to change your mind about anything. And I'm also going to ask you to make this first strip very simple, very straightforward, so we can wrap our minds around the concepts and get a good handle on that. And then you can get more elaborate for the second round, which you'll be doing for next week. So I'm going to start with a dot. And I'm going to take the dot, and I'm going to draw this dot uh, 14 times. Okay, and I'm going to hold this up, and so you may be able to see this dot, but of course it's not moving. So in every frame, I've put the same dot in a different position. Just to make it easier to see, I'm going to use a marker to highlight it. And guys, thanks for being my students. I'm so happy to have you join me. We're going to have a really cool semester. So I just darken these to make them easier to see. And of course, I can try to animate this by moving these around, but it's just not going to work. I'm not certain that I can set up to demonstrate this yet, but I have a bunch of examples already in the folder of simple forms animating like this. Okay, the next thing that I'd like to do, and that I'd like you to do too, is to get a form to move fast. We haven't tried this out yet, but it's very possible, or I'm hoping, that I have a dot that's going to move slowly. So the question is, how would you get something to move fast? And I'm going to give it a try now, and this may be a review of something we've already talked about. So I'm going to make a new shape and see if I can get it to move fast instead of slow. Okay, I've drawn this out in pencil again. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm about to make it easier to see because I'm going to use another marker so that everybody can get a good look. By the way, I hope you guys are very patient with me because I'm not an expert at doing cool videos. And so I may be goofy, but I'm going to try not to be too goofy. Okay. So here we go. I've made something that I'm hoping is going to be able to move fast when we put it in the zoetrope. And what I may do with this is make a GIF of it and post that in our folder. So we've got slow, I'm hoping, and we've got fast. So I have 14 frames. I used all of them for the dot. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half of them for the fast moving form. Now I'm going to try getting something to come closer to us. So I'm going to use a circle this time. And let's see, so I'm going to start. And there's a way in which I could do a better job with this, and I'm going to tell you about that perhaps in the next segment. So I'm just roughing it out today, always starting with pencil. And in a little while, I'm going to talk to you about a path of action. Okay, So I've drawn something that I hope is going to look like it's moving closer. I know we can't see it, so I've got another color to use. Let's see where it went. Okay, pink. Okay, so here we go. One. Oh, this brings me to something else cool. Okay, now I have included another element, and we're starting out here with small. Then we get a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger, bigger, and it grows with each frame. And I may pause this right now and see if I could make a GIF to see if this works. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Let's see what happens next.